Welcome to this online course. Course code is BES 127 and the course title is Assessment for Learning. And today we are going to discuss the first video lesson. The title of the video lesson is Measurement, Assessment and Evaluation, its basic concepts and relationships. Friends, before starting our discussion, let me to introduce myself. I Dr. Niradhar De, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all on my personal behalf and on behalf of School of Education IGNOU. So friends, as you know, as per the NCTE regulation 2014, you will find that many new courses that have been introduced in B.Ed program, in Bachelor of Education program, and Indira Gandhi National Open University have developed its B.Ed program starting from July 2016 session, and this course is included in the second year of B.Ed program. Course title is Assessment for Learning, and this course is offered in ODL, in Open and Distance Learning System, and equally now this course is being offered under SWAYAM platform as one of the MOOC, Massive Open Online Course. So friends, let us try to discuss that what are the concepts, what are the discourses that have been discussed under this video lesson, that is measurement, assessment and evaluation, its basic concepts and relationships. So friends, as you know that this online course has been developed as per the modular approach. So at present we are in the first week. In first week we are dealing the first module. The title of this module is Concept and Purpose of Evaluation. And friends, you will find two video lessons of this module in the first module. First is measurement, assessment and evaluation, basic concepts and relationships, and the second video lesson, that is assessment for enhancing learning. And now let us focus upon the first video lesson of the first module of first week, that is measurement, assessment and evaluation, its basic concepts and relationships. So friends, after going through this video lesson, you will be able to define the concept of measurement, assessment and evaluation. This is the learning outcome. And the second learning outcome is, after going through this video lessons, you will be able to differentiate among measurement, assessment and evaluation. And another learning outcome from this video lesson, that is, you will be able to explain measurement, assessment and evaluation as part of teaching learning process. So friends, let us try to discuss the detail about this video lesson, and we will try to touch upon the learning outcomes, and I am very much hopeful that after going through this video lesson, you will be able to achieve these three learning outcomes. Let us go forward. First of all, to discuss about the concept of measurement, let me to give two definitions of measurement. First is given by Ebel and Frizzip, and the second is given by L.R. Gay in 1991. As per Ebel and Frizzip in 1991, so here you see the highlighted and the focus point is assigning numbers or assigning numerals. So when we talk about measurement, so our focus is to assign a number. Our focus is to go through and go through the quantitative values of something. It may be characteristics of a person, it may be different attribute of a person, and whenever if we talk about our school system, means what is going on in the teaching learning process, so mostly it may be in terms of certain scores, certain marks, okay, specifically to different subjects. You can say that let a score or let a mark of 60 in the subject of mathematics in class 9th, let a student has secured. So that's why we can say that measurement is a process of assigning numerals to individuals or their characteristics. The process are conducted with certain specific rules. And as per L.R. Gay, the definition which is given by L.R. Gay in 1991. This is measurement is a process of quantifying the degree to which someone or something possessed a given trait, that is quality characteristics or features. So, try to understand as per L.R. Gay. Here you see the focus is given upon quantifying or the quantitative aspect of something. It may be the characteristics of a person, quality of a person, attribute of a person, or any feature you can say. It may be human being or it may be non-human being. Okay, it may be any object, any material object you can say. So, that is why if I will go through these two definitions of measurement given by Ebel and Frisbee and L.R. Gay. So, both the definitions focus upon the quantitative terms, the numbers and the numerals. Okay. So, this is the work of measurement. It may be in physical sciences or it may be in education, it may be in psychology, it may be in mental measurement. So, here by using the measurement technique, by using certain tools, we will be dealing with the numbers, we will be dealing with the quantitative values. Friends, let us go forward to discuss the more concept about measurement. First of all, measurement assign a number to quantify certain aspects of human and non-human beings, human and non-human entities. So, here you see measurement assigns a number. So, I was earlier talking about the numerical values, the number, the quantitative values. So, here also to summarize the concept of measurement, we can say that it assigns a number to quantify certain aspects of human. It may be achievement score, it may be a score of creativity, it may be a score of intelligence, okay. And at the same time non-human measurement of non-human entities or non-human beings. It may be any object, it may be you can say any physical object you can say. So, that is why this is the concept of measurement, and further it is numerical description of objects, traits, attributes, characteristics or behavior. So, try to understand. I was talking earlier that it deals or it includes measurement of human beings, at the same time non-human beings. So, that is why here measurement deals about the objects. It may be any physical objects, it may be any traits, individual traits, okay, traits of the children to whom you are dealing. It may be their intelligence, it may be their achievement, it may be their creativity, it may be their personality, it may be their self concept, okay, it may be their opinion, it may be their, you can say their ideas, and further attributes and characteristics of a person and behavior of a person. So, that we can measure, that we can do, that we can exhibit in terms of certain numbers. We can provide, we can give a numerical value. Then further, measurement is not an end, but a means to evaluate the ability of a person or thing. So, friends, try to understand, here measurement is not an end, it is just the starting point. And further we will discuss, because this video lesson we will be discussing in this video lesson about the concept of measurement, concept of assessment and concept of evaluation. So, before discussing the concept of evaluation, let me to say that measurement is just the first work, it is the surface work you can say, this is the work of the first stage of evaluation. So, that is why this is not an end, but definitely a means to evaluate the ability of a person or thing. And further we can say nature of measurement varies from trait to trait. As you know that human traits are different. So, if I say that different traits or different attributes like achievement, intelligence, personality, same measurement technique you cannot use for measuring achievement of the learner and measuring attitude of the learners. Many a time we have to use a test, many a time we have to use a scale. Okay, so different types of tools and different types of techniques we can use keeping in consideration of different trait and different attribute of a person. So, that is why nature of measurement are differ according, it varies according to different traits of the individual. Further, when we talk about measurement, definitely we should know about scale of measurement. So, what are the different scales that we supposed to use in measurement? So, friends, basically we use 4 types of scale, that is nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale and ratio scale. Okay. Here you see this is a type of hierarchy, you can say, from the lower order to the highest order. 4 types of scales we can use in measurement. Being a learner, being a student, being a follower of education discipline and being a practitioner of teacher education, you are supposed to know these 4 types of scales. So, friends, nominal scale, here you say you can say that this is the first level of measurement or first scale of measurement, and here simply you can just assign a number or provide a numerical values, just like you can just express in terms of certain quantity or certain frequency and numbers, just like number of males and number of females in a gathering, number of rural and number of urban populations in a social event, or you can say in a class, number of boys and number of girls. Okay. So, in such type of things you can use a numerical scales. This is simply just count it and assign a number. And for the ordinal scale, it is the second stage or second level of measurement. Ordinal scale carries all the characteristics of nominal scale. At the same time, it also provides certain order. Certain order means here we can say that you can arrange it either in ascending order or in descending order. Just like in the earlier case we have discussed about the nominal scale. In nominal scale already you have assigned a number. Okay. It may be in certain scores also, but here in ordinal scale what you can do, after getting the score of a group of learners, group of students, you can arrange it, you can order it, you can rank it, just like either in ascending order or in descending order. Ascending order, that means from lowest to highest score, and descending order, that means from the highest to lowest score. Means in a class to whom you are teaching, you can just take a test and you can find out the score of the learners in a particular subject, and what you can do, you can just make a order of the score of the achievement of the learners, that means from the highest to lowest score or from the lowest to highest score. And for the third level of measurement, that is the interval scale. So, here you see it carries all the characteristics of the earlier scales, that means the nominal scale and ordinal scale. In addition, what you can do, as the name is here, the interval scale, it carries all the characteristics of the nominal and ordinal scale, plus you can add or you can analyze the scores and you can you can present the scores in equal intervals. Used in educational measurement, in mental measurement and measurement in social sciences. We use in different discipline of social science, in psychology, in education, mostly in mental measurement. So, friends, when we talk about mental measurement, that means it may be in terms of different attributes, different variables. It may be intelligence, personality, achievement. You cannot say that a particular student is having 0 achievement in a particular subject. Okay, you cannot say. Some extent of achievement, some extent of intelligence is already there with any individual, with any child. So, that is why in interval scale there is no absolute 0 point. Okay. Though 0 point we consider that it starts from the 0, but that 0 is an arbitrary 0 point, that is not an absolute 0 point. Then for the fourth or the highest level of scale, that is called as the ratio scale. In a ratio scale of measurement, first of all it includes all the earlier scales, the characteristics of all the earlier scales, that is the nominal, ordinal, interval scales, and there is the presence of a true 0 point. Okay, true 0 point. So, that is why all types of measurement that we do in physical sciences, maybe in the discipline of physics, in the discipline of mathematics, in chemistry, what we do, we use ratio scale. So, friends, this is the 4 level or 4 types of measurement, 4 types of scales that we use in education, that we use in measurement. As a learner of education, you should understand all these 4 levels of measurement. Let us go forward. So, we have already discussed the concept of measurement. Now, let us focus upon the concept of assessment. Here you see, assessment is a systematic procedure for collecting information that can be used to make inferences about the characteristics of people or objects. So, it analyzes the data received through measurement and provides meaning to it. And further, assessment is broader than measurement but narrower than evaluation. Three categories of assessment you should understand, that is assessment of learning, assessment for learning, and assessment as learning. This assessment, the concept of assessment for learning, you will find that now we consider assessment is an integrated part of teaching learning process. Means when there is teaching, there is assessment, and every class, every lesson you will find that some extent or some forms of assessment are included in the teaching learning process. It may be a type of observation, it may be a type of group discussion, it may be a type of demonstration. You will find that informally or formally teacher observes the things what is going on. So friends, assessment for learning focuses upon the continuous assessment, or that is called as the formative assessment, whereas assessment of learning, it focuses upon the summative assessment, not the formative assessment. And for the another concept of assessment, that is assessment as learning. So how to understand that assessment as learning? Assessment as learning, it means when the learners engaged themselves in self-evaluation, in self-assessment. So they will go through that what they have done, and they will get self-feedback that what they have done, and they will find out that what are their shortcomings and what are their strengths. So they can learn whatever they have produced, whatever they have done. So that's why friends, assessment as learning means when the learner themselves involved in the process of learning, in the process of assessment, they will find out their weaknesses, at the same time their strengths. So that's why assessment as learning means learning will take place in form of assessment when the learners involved in the process of assessment. So this is also the three categories of assessment, and as a learner of education you should understand this concept. So friends, now let us try to understand the concept of evaluation. Already we have discussed the concept of measurement and assessment, and further we will discuss about the concept of evaluation. Evaluation is a systematic process of collecting and analyzing data in order to determine whether and to what degree objectives have been or are being achieved. So Bell and Fraser in 1991, evaluation is defined in this way, just like the purpose of evaluation is to make a judgment about the quality or worth of something. So here you see the most focus point is not here only quantity, rather it is upon the quality and worth of something, the value of something. So you have to being a teacher, you have to do the value judgment of the learners, and further we will discuss that what is value judgment. Let us go forward. And four elements of evaluation, they are you can say first is systematic collection of evidences and further analysis and interpretation, and third is the judgment of value, and further that is a view of action. So try to understand these four elements of evaluation. First you have to collect the data, collect the evidences by using certain tools and techniques in measurement, and further what you have to do, you have to analyze the data, analyze the raw data that you have collected, you have to interpret it. So that is the work of assessment, and further by analyzing and interpreting you have to add certain values, you have to do certain judgment, you have to do certain value judgment. Just like continuously observing the performance of a learners, you can say that from class 6 to 10th, as a teacher you are going through the performance of the learners in different subjects, and what you are saying that continuously a particular learner is doing well or significantly doing in a particular subject, that is mathematics. And what you can do, you can also add certain values just like you see in comparison to half yearly, in comparison to first semester examination, the learner has done well in the second semester examination. So such type of things, such type of values you can add only after proper analysis and interpretation of the data. And after value judgment, what you can do, you can just go for a view of action. You can just implement the things that you are doing with the learner. So these are the 4 types of elements so far as evaluation is concerned. So friends, now we will focus upon the relationships between these 3 concepts: measurement, assessment and evaluation. So how these 3 concepts are related, interrelated with each other. You might be now observing, watching this this figure. You see here measurement is included in assessment, and further assessment is included in evaluation. Let us go forward to discuss more detail about measurement, assessment and evaluation and its interrelationship. You see this figure beautifully, you can understand that. Here you see first of all, if I will go through the left side of this figure, you see evaluation. It includes or evaluation is measurement or quantitative description plus or added with the value judgment. This is one concept. And second concept, if you will go through assessment side, so that means evaluation is assessment, or which is called as the qualitative description plus value judgment. And further, if I will add both measurement and assessment, both quantitative and qualitative description, that means evaluation is measurement, that is quantitative description, and that means plus assessment, or that is qualitative description plus value judgment. So in 3 ways you can analyze evaluation. So here you see in every cases what you observe that when we talk about evaluation, value judgment is there. Okay, it may be measurement with value, it may be assessment with value, or it may be measurement plus assessment with value. So value is always with evaluation. Without evaluation or without value judgment, you cannot say that you have done the evaluation. So this is the basic concept. Let us go forward to discuss more concept. Just like here you see evaluation is measurement plus quantitative description plus value judgment, and the second definition or the second concept of evaluation, that is assessment or qualitative description plus value judgment, and for the evaluation, that is measurement plus assessment plus value judgment, that I have already discussed in the figure. Here you see in the figure, if you will go towards the measurement side, here you have to add measurement with value judgment, and if you will go towards the assessment side, so what you have to do, you have to add value judgment with assessment to define evaluation, and in the middle you see and or is there. It means either one side you can follow, or in both the sides you can follow. That means measurement plus assessment plus value judgment. So value judgment is very much important in evaluation. So friends, let me to give one example so that the things will be more clear. Here you see, when I talk about measurement, let a particular student, you are a teacher in a class, you administer a test of mathematics in class 9th and you got individual score. Let the learners have secured 30, 40, 50, 70, 65, 82, 92 accordingly. Okay. So in measurement, what you have to do, you have administered a test and you have just measured the score of the learners through their test, through their tool, that is 60 or 70. It means here you are just talking about the individual score. You are not talking much about the score of the learners, only one individual score. And assessment, it talks about means the group score is in your hand as a teacher. Let 40 students are there, you have 40 individual scores. So what you can do, by using different statistical techniques, so you can add the scores and you can divide it by their total number. Just like you add 40 scores and divide it by 40, you will get the average score. Okay. So accordingly you can find out the mean, you can find out the median, you can find out the mode, you can find out you can say the standard deviation, average deviation, quartile deviation and other scores also, and you can rank it in terms of their performance from top to bottom or from the bottom to top, and you can find out that how many students have scored above 80, how many students have scored above 70, above 60 accordingly, okay, and how many students are below average and how many students are above average. So here what I am doing here, I am just putting more qualitative meaning to the raw score, to the raw score achievement of the learner. So that is the work of assessment, and further when I analyze the data, interpret the data and go through other aspects of learners so far as their scholastic and post-scholastic abilities is concerned, and I am saying that the learner is excellent so far as different post-scholastic activities and abilities are concerned. Okay, so here I am just putting a value with the quantity, with the quality. So that is the evaluation. So friends, this is the concept of measurement, assessment and evaluation, and today we discussed about the concept of measurement, assessment and evaluation, and we also discussed about how these three terms are interrelated with each other. For more queries, you can write to me niradhar@ignou.ac.in. You can also make me a telephone call, and you can also go through my Facebook, YouTube account, my YouTube channel, at the same time my Twitter handle. You will find more such video lessons relating to education, relating to assessment and relating to other areas of education. Thank you.